Okay, a lot of action today. The price looks like it wants to break above here, but just wanted to show you how the YM. I entered another trade on the YM. Well, not me, the strategy entered the trade. It looks like, yeah, two strategies entered trades over here. Um, yeah, it looks like we're in the trade here, and it looks like this strategy entered trades. Now, just a little bit about the strategy. I have three strategies running, two on the ES mini futures contract, one for one if it goes long, and the other one if it goes short. And I have one strategy set up on the YM for long. So this strategy here kicked off. We got a signal here. We may see it work. We're up um, $87 over here now. It as you can see. Remember the levels that I drew earlier. It these are important levels here, very important levels, and the price would need to break through these levels in order for confirmation that the price is going to continue rising. It kind of pierced through over here, but it didn't close above the level over here. So I don't go for for me to get a true confirmation, the price needs to close above close the price needs to close above whatever support or resistance or indicator lines I'm using. So right now this is a good indication, but it's by no means a solid proof that it's going to continue rising. I need to see more strength in the price. Now, with the strategy, um, if for some reason the price closes below this candle here, it'll be a sign of true weakness. Okay, again, this is a shooting star candle. This is not what you want to see when you're long on a position. This is the last candle you want to see if you're ever long a position. Okay, you don't want to see a shooting star candle. So if it closes below the shooting star, I'm gonna leave the position. I'm not gonna, again, I don't trade um, based on candles, and this candle is low volume. However, I do exit positions based on candles and based on the general feel of the market. So right now, I have several signals telling me that this is a the price may not telling me that this is a strong resistance line over here. Okay, signal number one is how the price just doesn't want to pierce above here. It doesn't want to. This didn't close above this line over here. This tells me it's a very powerful trend line over here. Also, the candle, but it's low volume, so I'm not gonna give it too much importance. But I would be out of this trade had the price gone below the previous candle or the candle before the previous candle. Had the price closed below these candles, I would have been out of the trade anyways, because uh, that's uh, that's a clear indication that the strategy it kind of broke for the day, and it may not work. So uh, don't be afraid to take small losses, and do not let small losses turn into big losses. You will blow your account if that's the way you trade. So I'm in three trades at the moment. Two trades were due to the strategy getting me into trades automatically, and one of those trades was through just me instinctually going in after the price closed above the 100% line. See, it doesn't want to close above. It touches it, it pierces it, but it doesn't want to close above that resistance line, which means it's a powerful line. But what it also means is that if it does close above that line, we should see, it should break that ceiling, and we should see a little bit of a rally at least going in that direction. That means that there's a lot of the bulls are pretty strong and pretty sure that this thing is gonna go up. So looking at again, I don't really focus on charts. I don't really focus on the trade. I will never enter a trade unless I am unless not I'm sure, but I would never enter a trade without a clear stop loss target, a clear target, and a clear exit. I would never enter that. I mean, that's just for, a rookie would do that. Would think that he's smarter than the market, something that has no brain, and something that can change its pattern at will, and something that doesn't care about you, doesn't know you. How can you defeat something like that? You can't. So the way you consistently make money in these waters is you take high probability trades, you enter high probability positions based on back testing, and you just play the game. But you must define your exits upon entering every single trade. There are times wherein I do monitor, and that's if I, if let's say I'm in three trades at the same time, if if there's a couple of times that I would monitor a trade. Oh, once when I enter the trade, I would look at the trade because I get text messages, and my watch tells me also that I'm in a trade. So I would monitor it for just maybe the first candle, the first 5 minute candle, to get a sense of where it's going. But I do not stare at the screen for hours and hours on end. No, 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 no. I don't do that. I set alerts that tell me my trading strategies are automatic. So they kind of enter the trades at will, based on what I tell them to do, and it changes monthly. And then I kind of just do something else or do some research. But I'm not I used to sit and look at the markets all day, even after closing. I used to follow the price of the futures after closing, and do things like that, and sleep with my screen on, and wake up, look, trade, go back to sleep, and but I don't do that anymore. You shouldn't do that. That's just not a great life, because you're looking at something you cannot control. It appears that you have control of what's going on, but you really do not have control of anything. You have control of pressing that close button and getting out of the trade, or entering the trade. Those are the only things you have control of. So it looks like we're doing okay here. It looks like it's going up. So it may close above. We're at the 4 minute of the 5 minute mark of the candle. So we may close above that line over here. If we close above this line, I mean, it's gonna be great. I'm just Only reason I look at this chart is because I'm here with you, and I'm kind of narrating this video. But otherwise, I won't really be monitoring this. Many traders develop uh, you know post-traumatic stress disorder from trading. This is a good sign right here. This is an excellent sign. It closed above the resistance, which kind of it's a great sign. It's excellent. So I think let me see, 27, 15, 15. Here's 27, 15. I'm sorry, 27.15, 25. Okay, so this is I'm sorry, this is the strategy here. This is the live strategy right here. 27.14.50, and it's gonna get out. This is on the strategy. This is on the trade that I placed previously. I'll show you the exit, the profit.
Target filled.
Oh, perfect. So the strategy. Oh, my strategy is about to hit it, which is great. My other strategy hit its target. My other strategy is up $207 for the day. This strategy, hopefully, it will hit it. Now, can it reverse? Can it go, you know what, I'm not going to hit this and I'm going to go back down? Absolutely. It can do whatever it wants. But there's a high probability that it's going to touch the target over here. Very high probability. And so I'll show you the one that hit the second target today. This is the strategy that hit the second target. So I hit the first target here, hit the second target, and it may enter another trade automatically if it continues rising or if it detects that it's a good entry. So let's stick around over here to hopefully hit this target. So here on this one, let me switch screens over here. Here, this is another screen over here. This is not the strategy. This is when I made the purchase, when I entered the trade here. After this candle crossed the 100% line. So this is what it is. This is my target for it. So let me just monitor the strategy here a little bit. Hopefully we can hit the target. But again, one thing to keep in mind that's very important is that you don't control the markets. You don't control the outcome of what's going to happen next. You don't control pretty much anything. The only thing you control is your button, whether you want to enter or exit the trade. And that's it. And where you set your stops. That's the only thing that you do control. So keep that in mind when you trade. It looks like it's touching the line. So
Target filled.
perfect. We filled the target over here. So that's great. Do I think it's going to continue rising? Yeah, absolutely. It should touch this over here, this line. This line, remember, is a couple of ticks below a very powerful resistance line that from previous day, from I think it was a range of 3 days. So it may just crash after it touches here, but it may not. So I am up $137 on this strategy from here to here. It's about 137 minus commissions. It's 133. Here we hit 2 targets. So I am up $207 on this. And on this one, I am down $268 because of this humongous candle over here that took me out. You know, I thought it was gonna hit the 50% line or at least 50% of the 50% line, but it said nope. I am not doing that. I'm getting out of here. So as you can see, the 13. I know 13 is not a popular number for when it comes to moving average lines, but this is something I learned on Wall Street. When trading on Wall Street, I worked for different Wall Street brokerage firms, and this is a little bit of insider info here. But as you can see, it kissed the 13 moving average line, and it just said I am not going down today. Today I'm feeling strong. So the market did what the market wanted to do, and that's it. So I'll probably make one final video to see if it just going over what happened in the day, But if the market continues the way it's going, I will most likely be entering the strategy most likely will be entering other trades. So I shall return.